Are we rolling? Hello? Okay, we're rolling. Okay. Yep, everything's up. Um, I'm gonna get straight to the point here. I'm having an anxiety attack because the internet is dying. So, oh shit, my thumbnail. Oh, I just realized. Oh, I did not set this up ahead of time, so I'm just gonna, just give me a little bit. I've gotta fix up the stream. I'm probably not gonna do much, uh, stream start talking as I normally do because well, aforementioned. So anyways, get my Minecraft thumbnail up there. Nope. Fix that I don't want any of those. My entire save. There we go. Refresh page. Oh, I just realized I can actually send stuff. I can actually, I don't know, maybe I'll mess around with the moderation settings a little bit. Considering making Julia mod recently. Just because she's like my #1 viewer and I probably trust her enough with moderation tools on my channel, so whatever, let's just boot up the game. No plastic duck this time. I'm not feeling ducky this time. Let's just get our royalty free lo-fi up. There we go. Snip working. Okay. The text is white. That's fine. I'm just gonna paste duplicate. Put it. Make this one black. There we go. Can hide it so we can put it right there works. I can chill with that. And so wait, now that we have this, if I just hop over here. Yeah, see, it's still working. That works well. So single player. Oh yeah, I suppose I should show you, this is a copy of my Forever World. I made a creative mode copy, so that way I can sort of draft my buildings a bit more. Get a sense of what I'm trying to do. Because, in all honesty, the island is a little bit boring. There ain't anything going on that island. Oh, my frames are dying as it's loading in. Okay, you know what? Here, we got... Turn off the shaders for a little bit. There we go. So this is the island in creative mode. As you can see, I've removed a lot of the trees to make way for this natural swimming pool. Completely natural, by the way. This is on the actual island. It's just a bunch of unstable sand caves, but if you just remove the unstable sand, then you get this with a little bit of a modification. And I really like how it's turned out. I don't build as much in creative as I know a lot of people do, so this is nice. We have the shelf. I think that's what this is called. You know, the elevated surface. Elevated surface for the sake of relaxing sunbathing. And then there's, why does it say 36 on my items thing? That's odd. If I update it, then... Huh. Anyways, I have a feeling my weird item indicator kind of breaks down in the presence of creative mode. It trembles in fear. Anyways, here I have a little, made myself a little resort. Got some nice chairs. You can just chill. It's even more beautiful with the shaders on. We'll put on the vibrant shaders. Yeah, look at that. friggin' beautiful. Like, come on, how could you not love this? This is amazing. You can see, like, the reflection of the water. Friggin' beautiful. And of course, we have the bed umbrellas. Hold on. Excuse me for one moment. Let me just... It's you. Insta-kill phantoms. There. I actually really like the cherry blossom direction here. Because the cherry blossoms with the lanterns, those look nice. I would make a direct copy of this in the main world, yeah. Except I need to make, we're gonna make a nice little resort area over here. Then we're gonna have this long stretch of beach. It's gonna be real nice, so I guess we can just kind of mess around with this for a bit. Put away my sharpness to 200 netherite sword. Yeah, I have, in my saved hotbars, I've put in just about every book and unobtainable item in the whole game, including the uncraftable potions, your command blocks, barriers, debug sticks, the whole shebang. Hold on. I question why... Oh, for the longest time, Dragon Egg was never in the creative inventory, but guess it is now. Oh yeah, this bucket of axolotl, by the way. Blue axolotl. I'm just gonna, yeah, pick you up. There you go. I was tempted to just straight up kill that blue axolotl, but I mean, people would get mad at me if I did, so guess I'm not gonna do that. Can put some more bamboo down. I really like these kind of spruce decks right here that you can just chill on. Yeah. It would be great if I had like light magma, if I could copy the schematic of this and then make it in the main world, but unfortunately, for some goddamn reason, there is now a version of Light Magma that's compatible with what I'm currently using. So that sucks. Either way, this is good enough for me. I'm gonna go back on base Forever World for now. I'm thinking I should give this world a name. You don't know that. Oh, it's kind of weird being here again because... So if I remember correctly, the natural... Yeah, it's right around here, this area. This is where the natural sand caves are. So in theory, if I were to just break a bunch of sand everywhere, that should just collapse in on itself. Keep putting the sand down. There we go. Once I'm done with this should be... Yep, that looks about right. Now I just gotta clean up the excess sand I accidentally put down. good thing I got like an efficiency 4 shovel. Not breaking and mending. I cannot stress enough how much this shovel has just been helpful throughout this whole playthrough. Okay, I think right there is where I want to stop having that cave in on itself, because I can tell it'll just go deeper from there. At least we can patch a bit of the natural landscape up with the excess. I could probably fill this up. Right? We can get rid of this. If we don't. It is not necessary for this. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna turn Reaper Island into a beautiful, lush, tropical paradise. Building a mansion or castle made purely of dirt. Search for a stronghold. I guess we'll do search for a stronghold for now, seeing as I don't have much else going on. So yeah, recently the world's just been like kind of sucking. As of late, you know what I mean, like with the whole collective show thing. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. There's many reasons why I started streaming, but well, one of them is just so I'd have a voice, I guess. Like, fuck censorship. Censorship's the worst. See what 4Kids did to the frickin' Pokemon anime, the Jelly Donuts anime. Oh wait, I forgot. New model debut. I forgot. Changing stream title. There you go. I don't mind. Okay, it kind of bothers me that a lot of the time if you want to like get more viewers on your stream, you need a very clickbaity kind of thumbnail and title. I'm not too privy towards, but I won't exactly. I mean, I can see why that's a thing. Oh yeah, by the way, here's my first loadout. Very nice. I've decorated the diamond armor with some of my spare armor trims. Even though I could have probably just made a new set with the amount of diamonds I had to use to duplicate said armor trims. But oh well, whatever. So I guess I should probably like... Yeah, current goals... Should actually update my task board here, because this task board has all my, well, tasks on it. Cover the placement weapon for the epics. So I'm using just a regular diamond sword right now. We need something with a little bit, just an itty bit more firepower. Because, like, the epic sword was great. It was, as the name suggests, epic, but also the epic sword was unfortunately too epic and it kind of burned itself out. But hey, that's just a circle of life, isn't it? We all just burn out from time to time. It makes sense. I don't blame the epic sword for running out of durability. So yeah, the original stream title was Welcome to the Big Bowl, which I've changed, you know, for the more clickbait title about my new model. Speaking of, I really like this new model. I think this new model looks great. specifically like the oh, whatchamacallit. I don't know, it's just different. It just feels more me, I guess. Closer to like my vision for what Polaris is. Especially with like the little star imprints in his hair. Oh, speaking of, I think I found these name tags. Yeah, off stream I found a really nice place. I think I might sell down my new base there, move all my stuff. Left chick, right button. I also got this new horse. I think I might, I'll find a bunch of, horse name fancy name generators, yep. Like, I'm thinking of just going for the very silly / stupid, like, names they give to, like, the horses from, like, the frickin' horse race tests. Like, there's all sorts of ones, like, Lightning Strikes Thrice, frickin' Jovial Merriment. Those are weird. I don't think I'm ready to give the horse a name, not yet. We'll let chat decide later, I suppose. Oh, hey. Shoot, sorry, I didn't. I'll just turn it... I'll just mess around with the audio settings. Anyways, hey, how are you? I think that did it, right? Just lower my spotlight. There we go. Is that any better? Yeah, I forgot about the frickin' music. I said it too loud, and I apologize for that. So anyways, we're playing more Minecraft. And I also updated my PNG tuber model. Yippee! Like, I think for the next model I go for, probably after this one, even though I literally just released this one today, I'm already thinking about how to kind of make it better. Particularly, I don't know, I'd say, like, I would love to add a bunch of, like, Tenna's animations from Deltarune to the thing. Sorry, yeah, by the way, did I ever show you my, my pet llama? This is Candy, my pet llama. Well, technically, it's a trader llama because I killed the wandering trader, but, turns out they didn't get all pissed off at me and started spitting in my face, so... Yeah, Candy's my friend now. What should I name this horse? Reminds me of this one meme. Hold on, I think I have it like, I think I have it clipped in YouTube. Let's see, your clips. Yeah, this.
Jeff Bezos can't become a trillionaire if he gets eaten by
a whale.
What if he gets eaten by a llama?
I'm sorry.
That's not my area of expertise.
Jeff Bezos.
Me for real. I've had that exact kind of moment with Julie one time in class where like my Chromebook isn't working. I try everything and she's like, "Why can't you fix it? Aren't you an engineer?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a software engineer. Computers aren't my area of expertise, the software is." Big difference. Here, I'll just leave, what should I name this thing? Thinking of naming this guy, like, Butter or something, because he got the frickin' Butter armor. I'm currently on Fantasy Name Generators on my other tab, actually, just looking through horse names. I don't know, it'll probably come to me in a dream or something. Some weird bullshit like that. Either way, I'm taking Mr. Butter with me. Just, since I'm living on an island, it'll probably be difficult to get the horse over to the Big Bowl. That's why I've named the place. You'll see why it's called the Big Bowl later. So anyways, if I got this right, then if I just have a lead, then... Okay, you know what? That works. Good enough for me. You know what would be great? If you would actually be able to control llamas when you ride on them like horses. That would be awesome, but they don't have like this. They don't have the controls to them, which is awful. Because I want to ride llamas around like the frickin' camels. Why are the llamas the only exception to this rule, being rideable mobs that you can't control? It sucks. It just... And I forgot torches, great. You know what, we can find torches later. It's not that important. It's not like I'll just be swarmed by mobs the moment I step foot on shore because I don't have light anywhere. I'm sure it's nothing. Oh, come here. Come here, Butter. Yep, let's go. So yeah, now that I actually know where the Big Bull is, I can take the faster route. Because before I went around this entire hill rather than... Yeah, I can just head directly... Excuse me, did Skeleton just shoot me? How friggin' dare you? Oh. So hard to shoot people on horses. Which is a problem I never thought I'd hear anyone complaining about, but here we are. And this river should... Yep, this river should lead me the rest of the way. Come on, Butter. Yeah. I might turn on Fulbright. You know, I won't turn on Fulbright. Because that's cheating-ish. Not that I have any qualms with cheating. That much is obvious by how much I abuse... admin commands, but it's about the principle. It's the principle of the damn thing, not whether or not you actually do it. Later on, once I fully colonize the Big Bowl over there, I'm gonna make a tunnel right through there. Nice little big old boating tunnel. Instead of having to go around this massive thing. Oh yeah, I guess I should, I forgot to show off my new model toggles. I might as well, I can do that now. We have a bit of downtime. So this is a default one. It's like all the other default ones from my previous models. All of these are usually the exact same facial expression because I'm scared of trying new things. Shocker, I'm autistic. But we have happy mode here. Much more bouncy than usual, of course. Slight differences, not major. And then we have this grumpy AFK one with the phone. I like this one. It's really just me, for real, for real. So anyways, if I just, if I need to go AFK, I can probably just turn this one on. So anyways, here we are. We're at the Big Bowl. Big Bowl's a bit tricky because you have to climb all the way up. It's a whole hike up this very tall wall. go right here. Ow. Come on. Up, up, up. And up. And up. Holy. This thing can jump like 3 blocks up. Man, this horse is kind of cracked. Could be faster, but avarice is the downfall of humanity, usually. Welcome to the big bowl, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're gonna have our new home at. We have we've got just about everything you'd ever want here. We have an entire wall around you already. There's a dripstone cave in the walls for all of your mining intents and purposes. Large flat space for building. Mostly flat space. Ignore that river over there. All that's missing is just a little bit more lighting on the walls, and then this should be good. So I'll just leave I'll leave butter here for now while I go explore the, and also completely mob proofed from head to toe here. So currently, you know, I'll disable shader so I can use my Fulbright. There we go. I'm usually against using Fulbright for, I'm okay with using it on stream so that way viewers can actually see what I'm doing in caves, instead of having to turn up the gamma, like, way too freaking much to a point your eyes would burn. Which is kind of what I did before, back when, back before I had Fulbright mods. Right here. So yeah, we got the coal. With this coal, I can make torches. And torches are, well, I need torches for obvious reasons. My ear's ringing. I think I'm partially deaf in my left ear now. I don't know why that is. It's just constantly ringing. And it usually tapers off after a few hours. They're all trapped in the dripstone. Suckers. Y'all are getting lost in the sauce. Oh, crap. Yep, I'm dead. Not an issue. Is as the end poem once said, death is merely just an inconvenience. Frickin' skeletons. Skeletons are the worst enemy in the game, by a long shot. I compare them to even phantoms at this point, but I don't know, I just have a big pet peeve with them. Wait, hold on, I want to try something real quick. It said that if you stare directly at... Video frickin' lied, they did. They lied to me. Liars. Told me Enderman will attack you if you keep staring at them. The heart beating? Oh. That's because I'm dying. That's fine. Death is again, death is an inconvenience. Always has been, always will be. At least until we get into hardcore mode, but screw hardcore mode. All the big streamers play on hardcore mode, but I think that's just stupid. Like, why would you spend years of your life doing some big thing only for it all to just be wasted to a freaking baby zombie or like a hex? You know, get fills of Minecrafted. Like, that's gotta suck. Under zero circumstances will I ever do a hardcore world. At least within 2025, because do not have the patience for that. There's a surprising amount of gold in here. Actually, no, on second thought, not too surprising. Because, this is a mesa biome, after all. Mesa Dripstone Cave. Gotta say, this is kind of sort of a one-of-a-kind world generation. You don't really see Mesa Dripstone Cave mixes anywhere else. Oh, God. Leave me alone. Goddamn skeletons. God. These skeletons are pissing me off. I am the original Star Walker. Get out of here. Okay, I think I need to end this stream off early because it's haircut time. Yippee! I might boot up the stream later today. Afterwards, you know, continue on from there. Or just extended intermission, who knows. Really just depends on how the wind blows, I suppose. But I'm already, I am already ready for a haircut. Except for the fact that my hair is dirty as all hell from pool chemicals, because I went swimming recently. You know, y'all probably don't care. So, I guess I can put an update for the, what I'm doing with the Minecraft Forever world. This is actually kind of interesting stuff that I've gone into. Ignore that. That's just, that's where I get my backgrounds. This. We have an element system for our... Hold on, I'll zoom in for this. Display capture on. Yes, we have an element system. Why isn't my Spotify playing? Okay, there we go. I was wondering why that was doing that. Anyways, I love my newfound element system that I just kind of came up with. I guess I can go in depth about it. The whole point of it, this is unfinished by the way, whole point is that there's going to be roughly 16 elements in total, being 4 groups of 4 different elements that all follow, and it all goes in like phases. It's cycle theory. There's a video on cycle theory. I forget who made it. It's a good Minecraft theory video that I'm kind of basing some of this off of, but also there's a game theories lore of Minecraft explained, where I came up with the actually no, the game theory made a video on like the magic. Yeah, game theory made a video about Minecraft's magic system, I think, but basically at one point they said that it's impossible to truly narrow down everything about Minecraft's magic system. Instead, it needs to be elements. So yeah, I'm just straight up going for it. I'm gonna try and categorize roughly everything. So far I have 12 out of the 16 elements generally here. So I'll go in depth on about 8 of them, because the latter 4 are... they're not done yet. The so far we have 2 different groups of elements at 4 different phases, starting with the foundational elements. Ignore that it says fundamental. I was high when I was making some of this. So generally what the foundational elements are is that they make sort of the foundation for a world itself, and all elements afterwards base themselves around some aspect or fusion of the foundational elements. So we start with the end, ironically. The end, of course, being the state before, the state after death but before birth, being it's reincarnation, pretty much. Where like the basis of how I got the end element is, how do I explain this? Pretty much my theory about what the end dimension is that it's not actually a dimension. It's just called a dimension in the same way that like Native Americans are called Indian Americans when they're not actually Indian. They were falsely named by the ancient builders that discovered it. Okay, my audio settings are fucked. I can only be here for like maybe 30 more minutes. 1 hour stream, that's gotta be a record for like New Shore stream. Anyway, end dimension is not a dimension, it is actually time travel. Because when you use the end portal, you time travel to like the end of the universe, like end trippy. It's called the end because it's the universe's swan song at that point. It's dying, it's losing its grip. All of the other elements are pretty much dead at that point. And as such, the chorus fruit, being the only forms of life remaining, are unstable as physics start to break down at the end, which is why they make you teleport around upon consumption. Then the ancient builders came along to the end to escape the wither, and they ate chorus fruit and eventually evolved into the Endermen, losing themselves in the process, but gaining the ability to destabilize themselves at will to teleport. Are you following so far? Is this making sense to you? Probably not, but like, either way, if you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. Them's the rules. So then afterwards is the element of experience. Experience is the element of creation. It's creation and life. It's portrayed with green because that's what's associated with life. Actually, no, maybe we can hold off on going to the next one for now, and instead we can focus in on we can continue with the rebirth part. The end's associated element is, ironically enough, blaze, instead of you know, you would probably expect it to be like air or something, because you know, air is all the islands are in the air, but it's blaze because at the start of a new universe, plasma is some of the first. It's the first matter to come into existence when the Big Bang happens. And every end is a new beginning, which thus means another Big Bang and another universe. So, yeah, so it also gives the end a connection of sorts to the Nether. How? I don't know. I'm not an alchemist, not yet. I mean, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this is just this kind of exact same theory stuff that, like, the early alchemists would pull back in, like, the ye olden days. Like, during the Middle Ages. Middle Ages are cool, I love researching that. Right. Back to the element system. So yeah, blaze is the element of fire, and it's under end as its cardinal element equivalent. The cardinal elements are just straight up the elements that you'd see in like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's the big four elements that make up everything. So we have Blaze for fire, Baptize for water, Freeze for air, and Braze for earth. The reason why they're named differently than just their base element is just because of blazes. Because I headcanon that blazes are called blazes. They aren't actually called blazes. Their true name are blaze elementals, in the same sense that and it's the same with breezes. They're breeze elementals. So yeah, the elements are named after their respective elementals. Elemental spirits that guard said elements. Ah. You know, this is what I love about live streaming. I can just rant about whatever I want without anyone stopping me. It's nice to just talk to yourself every now and then. What was I saying? Right, now we can get to experience. As said before, experience is the element of life and creation. The more you know, the more creative you can get in using that knowledge to make something new. That's why it's experience, and that's why you're able to use it to enchant things. Because enchantments are really just you putting runes. It's really just rune making. And you need to know how to like make those special runes. In the enchant table, you don't know what you're gonna make. It always has... I mean, your character has a pretty good idea, but it's still ultimately guessing. And by guessing, I mean gambling. I love gambling. I love gambling. But yeah, the more experience, the better enchant, because the better you know how to make them. Oh yeah, each element also has their own respective ruler, so to speak. Their god. The End's ruler is obviously the Ender Dragon. That much is clear, or at least the last Ender Dragon after the extinction caused from the ancient builders invading. The ruler of the experience element is, of course, the player, which, within most of my lore, is referred to as the last builder. Again, really leaning into kind of the Avatar Last Airbender inspiration. Even though, in the end, I barely watched the show. Just put more torch. There we go. We're good. We're good. We got everything. So after experience is the element of soul. If experience is your early life, you know, actively being born, soul is actively living said life that you were given from experience. Soul is, of course, soul, you find it in your soul sand, your soul flame, soul everything. Soul everything just like you sold everything. So from soul, it's what makes every being alive. It's the essence. You know what a soul is. You've played Deltarune before. You've played Undertale. You know what I'm talking about. It's as one flowy tea flower once said. That is your soul. It's the very culmination of your being. Every living mob has a soul, or at least most of them do. The way we determine what has a soul is whether or not the skulk spreads upon that thing's death. Skull Catalyst can be used as like a soul detector, basically. So, that also kind of goes further into... Yeah, the, souls associated, cardinal element is your, is Breeze. Breeze is, based off the, Breeze elementals, all the wind charges, yeah, those. The reason why soul is associated with the breeze is because they share the same state of matter. Because like each of the foundational elements and their connected cardinal elements all typically revolve around one state of matter at once. And has plasma. Experience has liquid, which I just realized I think I forgot to talk about baptize. So yeah, breeze is air because souls, as far as one can tell, are typically in a gaseous form. That's like what appears to be their default state. Souls will stay in a gas form until otherwise placed into a solid object, i.e. like Skulk, or set ablaze, which turns into plasma. Yeah, air is one of the most malleable of the elements, seeing as it's flying free. And just like liquid, it'll take the shape of whatever container it's in. What next? Oh yeah, souls also have heavy connection to experience. Because experience is your life energy. That is why the reason I associate it with life is actually right there. Experience particles pour out whenever you kill something. And now I'm not saying experience is directly life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying experience is heavily correlated with life. Because when a being is killed, their soul leaves their body, but their soul can't take the knowledge they gained with them. As such, the experience is dropped in orbs whenever a being dies. And speaking of death, let's talk about Wither, our elemental embodiment of death, demise, and everything in between. Wither might ring some bells to you if you've, of course, killed the Wither before. And of course, the Wither is the guardian of the Wither element. Wither element is, again, it's death. Actually, it's not just death. It's less death, more entropy, the eventual failing of things to be alive. Everything breaks down eventually, nothing lasts forever. All experience is forgotten eventually. And I know that sounds a little bit nihilistic, but hey, that's just kind of how it is, you know? Yeah, so Wither is death. The Wither is actually closely connected to souls because in death, the souls are collected by an unknown being, death-adjacent being. But either way, they leave the body once they're dead, and if they aren't picked up by Skulk or Soul Sand or by any other means, then they'll just float off. And so the Wither is less death, more active dying. If anything's death, like death itself, not dying, it's probably the end. So of course that would also be why the Wither is such a being of great destruction. Because it's just doing what it was made to do, destroy. The ancient builders originally discovered the Wither and how to make it through the art of golemancy, which was taught to them by the villagers. Because they've been passing down the art of making iron golems for hundreds of years as their protectors. So, yeah, even summoning the Wither, that's still golemancy. And because the Wither is so heavily associated with golemancy, that is why its associated cardinal element is Braze, the earth. Because earth is the solid, and it's also associated with Braze because of the whole return to the earth thing. Because when you're dead, your body will decompose and eventually return to the soil. Return to, of course, the earth. Did I ever explain that experience is associated with baptized water? Or you know, it's not that important. Point is, experience is like a liquid. That's all. That's all. Especially with how it's like contained in bottles and such. So yeah, that's the basis of element theory. I guess I can call this cyclical element theory. I'm not sure what to call my my little headcanons here, because this is based off of cycle theory and element theory, two separate theories, just smashing them together to make this. Just like Rousey time capsule theory in Deltarune. Which you haven't heard of it, it's basically a theory that every single sort of interpretation of what Rousey is ultimately correct. It's just a plastic it's a plastic bag that's like a time capsule of everything that reminds Chris of like Asriel. Point is, it's just a bunch of theories just fused together to make a general understanding. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about the artificial elements, which is currently the part of the system I'm trying to work out. So artificial elements are while they certainly exist naturally within the world, it's impossible to fully utilize and shape them without the hand of some sort of sentient being. So the first of them is undeath for the end. Self-explanatory, though I don't know how else to connect it. Then there's redstone for experience, because you need to know how to make redstone. You need to be experienced in the craft to make machines. And then there's magic for your magic for soul, because magic is channeled through the soul. And of course, too much magic will corrupt you and make your skin a sickly blue like the illagers. And make you all makes you big meanie. Having your soul corrupted makes you a big meanie. What else? And then as mentioned before, Golemancy is for wither. Because the wither is made from golemancy, and golems are made using the metal from the earth. And that's element theory. There you go. How long did that take? Took like nearly half an hour to explain. But yeah, I feel like a freaking genius for connecting all of these dots. Should I make a full video based off this? You know what? I should make a full video based off this. I bet I can stretch out about another... Hold on. I bet I can make it like an hour-long theory video. That would be amazing. Hold on. I'm almost finished lighting up the big bowl. Gotta mob-proof the whole damn place. Go over here. There are caves within the big bowl, which is gonna be annoying to light up for true spawn proofing, but do we even need full spawn proofing? I don't think we do. So the way element theory ties into the general world building of Minecraft is that everything in some way, shape, or form is usually just smashing two of these elements together to make something new. Like soul plus braze makes soul sand, which of course associates it with the wither. Because soul is already heavily associated with wither, so soul is being alive, and so soul is living, wither is dying. And by using soul sand or soul soil, depends on who you ask, to make the wither, you're essentially giving the embodiment of actively dying a soul to kill things with. I feel like there's a lot more merit to this theory, and I think we can go a bit further with this. But there's still a few holes here that I do intend on patching up. A few plot holes, narrative holes in the theory. It's fixable. Like, I haven't been too confident in theory crafting before, but this is the magnum opus of my total, what, like 11 years of video game theory crafting. I'm proud of myself. Like, there's another theory, unrelated to Minecraft. It's actually about YouTube, that too much AI content will come in, kind of wreck the platform, and eventually everything will be wiped out, and then it'll just go back to the good old days where it's just like amateur streamers. You know, like old PewDiePie, how that used to be. I guess I should get my shoes on for the haircut appointment later. Game mode, spectator. I'll just search around the, make sure the entire bowl spawn-proofed. Okay, there's still a bit more to be done. A little rough around the edges, but hey, it's working, it's working. It'll probably take a long while until it's fully spawn-proofed. Laying up the big bowl, it's a good project to make for now. Anyways, I guess that'll be all for today's stream. I don't know. I liked ranting about element theory. It's nice. And also I got to debut my new model. That's great. Actually, no, we have, no, we only have 15 minutes left. I think it's better if I just cut off here, like about an hour. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching. Shorter stream than usual. Might condense this into a full video. I don't know. But that'll be all. I'll see ya later.